I worked for Bill Arn when he was.
As we get ready for our firefighters set up here, we want to say a special thank you to our fire department, Hartsville, Trousdale County Fire Department. Thank you so much. They've been very good to help us since we started here with this demo. Are we going to let Dwight, our county commission chair, going to say a few words here? So he said no. He said just burn and let the show begin, he said right here. And so thank you to him for inviting us, and for Gary West, your former state fire marshal, who came here, and Chief Brian Biggs from Ashland City, Tennessee, who came here when you had the big tobacco warehouse fire. So this is my first time to spend any time with you. So since I got to miss the big fire last time, I thought I'd bring my own. So again, my name's Shane Ray. I'm with the National Fire Sprinkler Association. My disclaimer is we don't sell anything, make anything, or anything else. We're a nonprofit to educate and promote the concept of fire and life safety. And that's what we're here for, is to do that, show you the difference between modern furnishings. And that's what we have here today. We have one room we have two identical rooms, and then a middle room that's separated just by a regular hollow core door. So it's not anything this is not a solid door, and our tests prove that a hollow core door versus a solid door, believe it or not, we burned a bunch of houses from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. It doesn't matter. The value about 6 or 8 minutes. But again, it depends on so many factors. But this room and this room are identically furnished. This is new furniture, so brand new furniture. And that's what we want to show, is the fact that what's changed in our houses over the last 30 years is we went from synthetic material, we went from natural material to mostly all synthetic. And if you watch this chair, it's like these chairs are what you'll see. They'll never be probably involved in the flame contact, but because they're synthetic nature, they will give off gases, and they'll contribute so much to this fire. And again, the middle room, it has a sprinkler in it, so this shows that they all don't go off unless this room gets over 160 degrees at the ceiling. This room will not go off, and you'll see that. So we're going to start the fire in the room with fire sprinklers. So our message, you'll hear the smoke alarm go off. Early warning, that's the smoke alarm. Get out, stay out, and close the door on the way out. Get out, stay out, and close the door. But then fire sprinklers, this has early suppression. So early suppression is the sprinkler system. Early warning is the smoke alarm. So early warning, early suppression, and then these guys and gals in emergency response. And so it looks like we got smoke in the room now. So we lit this is newspaper in a trash can. There's your early warning. So the smoke alarm's going off. You'll see our flames are starting to climb up the curtains. So the people that can get out, but children under 14 will not hear a smoke alarm. So as I look at these nice, lovely children, it's like, get to them if you're the parents. Get out, stay out. And there's our sprinkler. So you can see how fast that fire grew, but it took a significant fire to get that sprinkler to activate. That sprinkler's flowing 13 gallons of water a minute. And now look in our room next door. It's perfectly clear. Nothing is in this room. You can survive this, get out. That's why you need 2 ways out, right? A bedroom or a window, that's what the code requires. And so the sprinkler controls the fire. That sprinkler will flow if you're on a pump and tank system for about 10 minutes. So it flow 130 gallons of water. If it's on city water, it's going to flow until the firefighters get there and turn it off. We would rather have everything that's in there wet than not. But as you can see, it's not like Hollywood. This is not what you see in the movies. They do not all go off. They are not tied to the fire alarm system. They're each individually heat activated and will only go off at 155 degrees. So that sprinkler will flow, and it's intended to wet the material that's in the room. That's what it's for. That sprinkler is trying to wet the walls and the things that are in that room to keep it from getting out. It's to buy you time to get out and to buy the fire department time to get there. If it takes the fire department 6 minutes to get there, then it gives time for you to get out. Fire sprinklers buy time, and time buys life. You're gonna let them hit it. So now the fire department would get there, they'd come up there and spray. And when we get finished with this, we'll let you come and take a look at it, and you'll be able to see the difference. So again, there you see we still got a little fire in the room. So that sprinkler's designed to contain that fire to the room of origin. And so now the firefighters get in there and put the rest of the fire out. So you can see even with their hoses, some fires are more stubborn than others. Depends on what you have in the room and how much fire you have. Whether it's a shielded fire like that was wetting that couch, so it needed to flow. The fire department got there, was able to control the fire, shut the sprinkler off, and put the fire out.
Hey Shane, the sprinkler activated at 55 seconds.
That sprinkler, Miss Vicki, our time watcher said the sprinkler activated at 55 seconds. So the smoke alarm probably at close to 20 seconds, and the sprinkler at 55 seconds. So that's fast response. Now, I want you to know too that I got a newspaper in here. So I got a newspaper in my other room too, and I'll show you. This one's got a newspaper as well. And so this is when this room has same furnishings, but it does not have a sprinkler. It's only got early warning. It's going to depend on emergency response. Now, when we get this going, I want you to make sure you stay out of the smoke, and if you feel the heat, you want to back up, go sideways, and that kind of stuff, then do that. We're going to let this go. We'll give the firefighters an indication when to hit the fire, but let's go ahead and light the fire, Gary. So this is missing one component, and that's what your code is missing. And so we use the philosophy and where we come from that if you build it, you protect it. So as the new growth came to town, now about 70% of our little community is protected. We still have a volunteer fire department. We have a combination fire department that has a few paid people and mostly all volunteers. So we got fire. You can watch and see this is the same. It should grow the same as the other fire. There's our smoke alarm, so you can see how fast our early warning is. So, and now I want you to watch this smoke as this smoke. So we have this plexiglass. Many of you may ask, why the plexiglass? Well, most of your rooms don't have a big 8-foot opening. So we try to do that says, all right, let's give it some semblance of a room. And so now you can feel that heat. That ceiling is probably at 500 degrees now. My newspaper on the floor, if we see that go off, it's 500 degrees at the floor. So right now, you see this, the couch is involved, and this fire usually looks like it dies down. So the curtains here, just the curtains and a blanket. But watch how this smoke builds up. So as that couch burns, that's the fuel. That couch is going up into that ceiling. And as there went my smoke alarm. See it laying on the table? The smoke alarm just fell off of the ceiling. And so now we're getting to what? Look at this other chair. See this other chair smoke? That chair is not in direct flame contact with the other fire. But look, there goes my teddy bear. Look at that chair delaminate. And so this is what we know is flashover. And look at my newspaper. Can you see the newspaper in that room? That's flashover. That newspaper, that is not survivable. And look at our room over here. It's getting smoke in it. But now because of the wind, it's like that's what we got. We got enough wind going in the front that this room is going to flashover. And now watch that smoke light off. There you go. Now let's hit it. That's flashover, folks. Now look at the room next door. Watch what happens in this room with the door closed. That one door kept that out of there, but now look, as the firefighters hit it, that heat and smoke go into that next room. So you gotta get to your kids, get out, stay out, close the door. So as the firefighters, the other thing is God bless our firefighters. They are exposed to all these things, and before we have 100 firefighters die in this country in the line of duty while doing their job. But cancer now is killing about 600. So that's the part that we never knew, that as these firefighters are exposed to these contents, their cancer rate is 4 times that of the normal population. And that's because of this part they're doing now, which is called overhaul.
Flash
And it
over was 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
2 minutes and 10 seconds when that room went to flash over. But as you seen that smoke light, just think, that would have filled up a 3,200 square foot house with just that furniture arrangement. And now look, there's almost no visibility in our room next door. But it didn't go over 162 degrees in there because our sprinkler still didn't go off. So, but yeah. Here's our teddy bear. So you can take our teddy bear. Will you take a wet teddy bear for the young lady over here that says, because I can't get the other one out. So if you take that home and dry him out, he gets to stay another day. She's like, why not? This thing's wet. But we're gonna, if you don't leave, we're gonna take that sprinkler out and give it to you too, so you can put it on its paw. But a special thank you to the County Commission for having us, and most importantly, the Fire Department for doing a great job. But thank you for having us, and we'll be glad to take any questions or comments and talk to you. Thank you.
How good of a seal that one got?
You want to give me your wet teddy bear?